Hey, I'm Janelle, and this is toDIYfor. So apologies that this video is coming out a day late. It was the holidays, busy. I was out of town for a week visiting family and friends, and then I came back and I have this cold, and stores are closed because it was New Year's. It was just like a mess trying to get this done. And I have put on a lot of makeup so that I look pretty today in front of the camera. Anyways, I'm gonna show you how I redid these chairs. I picked them up for $10 at the thrift store about a week ago, and I absolutely love them, saw the potential in them. They've got this kind of, I don't know if it's actually caning, but it looks very similar to caning, which is very popular right now. It works great for the decor in my home. And I thought I could easily upcycle them, which is exactly what I did. And I'm gonna hopefully be using them possibly in a room makeover. I'm working on bedroom, bathroom, and closet organization, all coming up in the next couple of weeks. Neighbors are noisy. Anyways, let's get into the DIY. Okay, so these are the chairs that I picked up at the thrift store. They were $10 a piece and in pretty good condition, and they looked super trendy with these awful cushions. I just knew I could upcycle them and make them a lot better. So this is really easy to do. You simply just flip the chair over, take out your screwdriver, and unscrew the base from the seat cushion. And we're just gonna remove that and set the seat cushion aside for now. So I wanted to work with the base of this chair first, and there's a lot more that I could do to this, but I'm just simply going to clean it up with some cleaner. These were pretty dirty and from the thrift store. And then this had a little bit of white paint on it, so I took 220 grit sandpaper and just sanded that very lightly to get rid of the paint. And then also here on the back of like the caning, it looked like some of the stain had come off, so I lightly sanded that first with a bit of 220 grit sandpaper, cleaned it off, and then I put some stain directly on that area. And it was a stain that I had at home that I just thought was going to be an okay match, and it turned out to be a perfect match. Honestly, I left this on there for about 30 seconds and it hides it 100%. So that's really all I'm going to do with the base of the chair. For now, we're going to move over to our seat cushions. I had originally thought I might put some sort of like a pinkish velvet on here because I thought they might be nice in our bedroom and that accent would be perfect, but I couldn't find fabric like that. So I'm using some scrap material that I already had at home, and literally this is all I had left, and it is barely enough fabric. So this fabric actually covers 2 chairs that we have in our living room right now, so it will match nicely with the rest of our home decor. So I cut out 2 squares for each cushion, and I'm just removing some of those staples here so I can remove the old ugly floral pattern. Removing that board and taking a look at the seat cushion, and oh, this was so dusty and dirty, and I'm sure it's great for my cold right now to be doing all of this. I tried to wrap it all up and contain itself and tossed it out. I shook the cushion out outside, and honestly, this seat cushion was in pretty good condition, so I didn't feel as though I needed to replace it. So I'm just going to keep it, and then I'm going to just reassemble this all with some new fabric. So you want to have your good fabric facing down. And honestly, this is a whole lot easier if you have somebody helping you out to pull the fabric nice and tight, and then the other person just staple guns. But the way that I do this is I work from the middle and go towards the outside, and I do opposite sides at the same time, and really just do it as tight as you possibly can. It'd be a lot easier if I had a little more fabric to work with, so give yourself a couple inches of fabric that can wrap up above. So I left the corners for last, and I'm not going to pretend like I know how to upholster furniture. I don't, but this is how I did it, and I think the results were pretty okay. So I stapled 1 piece of fabric there underneath and kind of tucked it in and over. And then, as you can see, I don't know, this is hard to explain. You kind of just have to watch what I'm doing more or less to try and see how I got that corner to be as tight as possible with hopefully no folds showing on the front. And I thought this was a pretty clean way to do it, and make sure you put in a couple extra staples because you don't want that to come loose. So that is our new seat cushion, and it already looks 100 times better, and it really just makes this chair look amazing. And really, you could just stop right there, but I thought that I would take it an extra step and add a little detailing. So I picked up some chalk paint. Chalk paint is great to use when you're painting furniture because you don't really have to prep the surface all that much. And if I'm being honest, I don't really like painting wood furniture. I love wood tones, so I only wanted to paint a portion of this, which is just this little tiny rim around the outside. I thought the white might be nice, but ultimately I went with the black. I don't know, let me know which one you preferred the best. The black is what I ended up liking, so I just simply took a damp cloth and wiped off the white paint before it got too dry, and it wasn't too hard for it to come off. And I just did this by hand, making it super hard on myself because I did not have any painter's tape. But that is the completed look, and I do need to seal that black paint in still with some wax or something else, but that's it. Okay, so I know that I didn't change that much, but as you can see, it really makes a big difference, and anyone can change out a seat cushion, so be on the lookout for great sturdy chairs and you really love the aesthetic of maybe when you're at the thrift store. And I really love how this little black detail adds to it. I think it really finished off the whole look. Let me know what you think about my transformation down below. If there's something different that you would have done, feel free to leave that in the comments. Yes, I plan to redo the other chair as well when I'm feeling a little bit better, and I hope maybe one day down the road when I have when I have space for a table, because I don't really right now in my apartment. These could be two chairs that I could use at a table, and maybe one at each head of the table, and then get 4 other matching chairs, because I think it's totally cool to mix and match those chairs around your table. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do a new video every single Wednesday, and I'd love for you to join in and check out all the stuff that I'm doing. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. You can also check me out on Instagram and on Twitter at @JanelleSteeper. Cheers, I'll talk to you next week.